It's Rachel Linton here, Executive Director for the Kentucky Association of Chiropractors. I am creating this video today for you to give you a quick overview on everything you would need to know about the, our demands in general. I'm going to use our on-demands in general, I should say. I'm going to use 2023 LB Pain as our example course, and then hopefully this will be applicable to most courses in the future. If there's something more specific, I'll make a new video for that one. So first things first, you've probably already registered for it, and so you probably know how to log in, but I'm going to walk you through as if you have never logged in and you don't know where to find the on-demand course. So head to the KAC.org. In the very top right-hand corner, you'll see here where a button where it says sign in. Go ahead and click on that. Enter in your credentials, username and password. If you don't know what your password is, hit that button that says forgot your password. Once you're there, locate the course that you're looking for. Again, I'm just going to use the 2023 LB Pain as an example, but this could be for any of our on-demands in the future. In order to launch the classroom, hit the green Launch On-Demand button. It will open up in a new tab. I'm going to mute this here real quick. The video will start playing automatically. So I just want to give you an overview of this video or the viewer and to point out a couple different things. First things, check out these tabs here at the top right-hand corner. Information, it's got all the information that you could ever want about the course. You can click on the speakers, learn a bit more about them. If you want to ask a question to the speaker, if there is a notes option here, sometimes we turn it off, but you can take your own notes here and email them to yourself as you're watching the video. If you want to ask a question to the speaker, these come to us first usually, and then we'll forward them on to the speaker. Sometimes, again, we turn off this feature as well. The slides, if we have slides that are synced, you can view the slides here. I've also synced them if we're given the PowerPoint ahead of time and things of that nature. You can view the slides side by side, and I'll go over that in just a second. And then the handouts, again, if we were given slides ahead of time, I usually try to upload a PDF for you so you can download black and white or color, just in case you're printing. And then the credits tab, this is going to be very important. I'm going to come back to this in just a second. And then the help tab, this is where if you're having issues with your internet or videos blurry or fuzzy, you could ask some questions. We do have technical support that you can call. That is the website directly. Very helpful on weekends when our phone does not ring. A couple other things to note about the viewer in general. You can change the way this looks. So down here at the bottom left-hand side, you'll see these buttons here, reload, default view. The one you're currently viewing is the default view. You can change it to a vertical view. You can make it where the slides are large and the video is small, or vice versa. You can make it where the video is large and the slides are small if you downloaded the notes. And then the other thing over here, if you scroll over to these arrows, you can close these panels. So you can get rid of the credits tab, or those tabs in general, and then make the video even bigger. And then you can also just expand it back out. So play around with those. You're not going to hurt anything. It's just kind of nice to have different views. Other things to note, if your video is on the slower side or not loading as quickly, if you hover over this area, the video itself, see in the bottom right-hand corner where it says HD, you've got different, I forget what that's called, resolution, I guess, 1080 versus 720 versus 480. So if you find that your video is buffering a lot, go ahead and click maybe on 720 or 480. It might be a little bit more blurry, but it will stop trying to buffer at such a high resolution. Very important, very come in handy. Obviously, you can control the volume here and pause and start the video. If you do want to leave and come back, I highly recommend you hit pause first. That way it will come back to the same spot that you were in. Last thing, you can make the video full screen if you would like, and that is just simply hover again over this bottom part of the viewer and hit this square looking button. It will say full screen. So couple more things I want to go over in the actual viewer. Again, I mentioned the credit tab is very important. All of these things that are red, you have to complete in order to access your certificate. So first thing, and again, these may look slightly different from event to event, but for the most part, it will be the same thing. You have to complete the seminar. We have what are called participation codes, which we'll show here in just a second once we get to a participation code. For PACE, we are required to do an evaluation. You have to fill out an evaluation, super easy, super quick. And then again, because of PACE and KBCE standards, you have to do a quiz as well for any online courses. Once you complete all of those, they will turn green. And then after that, you'll be able to access your certificate here. Now, you do not need to be in this credits tab in order to access these issues. Say you complete the entire hour-long course and you want to go back to treating patients, and you can always come back and um, do these things individually. So in order to do that, let's see, we were in the Kentucky insurance updates. Locate the course that you're working on again. So we were using this one. Hit the orange certificate button, and you'll see all the same things need to pop up. I can't click on any of them just because I have to complete the seminar or move to the next one. But that is one way. So you don't have to technically launch the on-demand in order to get back into that credits tab. You can just hit the certificates button. Last thing I wanted to show you was the handouts button, the blue one. Click on that and it will open up a new tab and you'll be able to download. So again, you won't have to go in to each individual course to get the handout. So the last thing I want to talk about was participation codes. So you'll see as you go along the video, there'll be different letters or numbers or sound that pops up as you're watching the video. It's basically just to make sure that you're paying attention. And so you can do one of two things. You can either write down each individual letter. There's usually 3 to 5 letters that come up per hour, varies based on the individual course. But every time a letter comes up, you'll hear a sound. So either write it down or you'll see where it says hit save letter code. You can hit that save letter code. It will say your code's been saved. And then that way you don't have to write them down. It will automatically auto-populate into this participation code section. So we'll wait until we hear a sound as an example, just so you know kind of what you're looking for. Again, not meant to trick you or anything, literally just meant to make sure that you are paying attention. When a participation code pops up, it will sound just like this. Give it just a couple seconds. The video will continue. But go ahead again, hit save letter code or write it down on a piece of paper. If you hit save letter code, it'll go straight to your account. We'll hit that. You'll see you have saved the first participation code. You'll need to submit them at the end. So that's the important thing. Again, at the end, once it's complete, head to the credits tab, open up this participation code button. If you've saved them all, they'll be in there. Hit submit at the bottom, and then you'll be able to move on to the evaluation. Once you complete the eval, again, I think it's like 3 questions, move on to the quiz for that associated course. So participation codes, again, not hard. Just make sure you're paying attention and write them down. If you do miss one, it will pop up a second time. If you miss it a second time, then it will backtrack the video, will go back to the last participation code that you entered. So we don't want to have to make you rewatch everything. So just don't miss the codes. So I think that covers everything. I hope this video was helpful and in monitoring and navigating the system for our on-demands in the future. Again, we used just one of our courses. They are all very similar in a way. Head to your account, hit that on-demand or launch on-demand viewer, take the quiz, do the participation codes, do the evaluation. But if you have any questions, obviously reach out to us directly and we'll be able to help you. Until next time.